fine, right?
Yes, please. It's very
Okay.
audible.
So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our alumni webinar. Thanks for making the time to join us. It's a Saturday, and I know you are all busy people. Thank you for making time to join us, but we have not met in a while now since our last webinar last year I think the last webinar we had as alumni was on the emergence of remote work. I think most of you enjoyed our webinar, and I'm sure most of you want something again on that. We had a very good webinar on helping us appreciate all the great things regarding working from home or remote work and how accountants could benefit from that. Today is another interesting session. Today is an open forum for all alumni, and I welcome everybody to this open forum. We must do this because we want to put the year into perspective to help everybody appreciate and follow us on what we are doing as an institution. You are all aware that we are a tuition provider as well as a training institution, and we are very delighted to continue to do what we do best by being your most reliable training provider. Exactly. For most of you who have been on our training programs, having qualified as chartered accountants, having qualified as chartered tax practitioners, and for some of you also recently, having qualified as CIMA or CGMA or qualification from CIMA, which is the CGMA, Associates of the Chartered Global Management Accountant, which is one of our great initiatives to ensure that we just don't offer a local or a national qualification, but try as much as possible to also offer some foreign qualifications or training program for our students as well as our alumni. And as I emphasize, we are a training provider. And one thing that we want to do going into 2025, which is now here with us, is to make sure that we interact with you more, because you have been part of us, especially our alumni. You have been through our programs, and we want to make sure that you are part of us. We become a network, or we form a network, or we form a community. So if you look at the screen, you realize that we've designed a new logo to emphasize the alumni network. So you realize that on top there, we have Aspire Alumni Network, which is to give it that boldness in terms of making sure that all our alumni are part of us. Now, alumni is going to be part of what we do, and it's going to be something that we are going to have as part of our operations going into the future. So I welcome everybody to this discussion. It's an open forum, so I wouldn't want to talk too much. I'll talk to a particular point, and then I'll open the floor. If you have anything to share with us, any feedback, any recommendation, anything you want us to do in 2025, I will be so glad to hear you. Is that okay? Because this meeting is recorded, and it will help us to get your feedback. You have been part of us through our ICA program. Some of you are now doing the Chartered Tax Practitioners program. Some of you are now doing CIMA. So much we have to offer. And we are, as I said, your most reliable training provider when it comes to accounting and other finance-related programs. So we want to have you as part of us. And we have launched some various activities just by way of running through our agenda. The first thing is that we've launched a scholarship for our alumni network. Some of you might have seen it on our various platforms. The intention is that we want to now make sure that every alumni can refer a family member for our ICA program. So the idea is that if you are having anyone who intends to study the Chartered Accountant program, which is to become an ICA student and write a professional program. We will give every alumni relative a scholarship onto our ICAG Level 1 program. So if you have anybody, any potential person who you want to help, exactly, write the ICAG program, we are willing to help you to achieve that or impact people. So we are giving you the opportunity to introduce a family member who would benefit from our training program, specifically the Chartered Accountancy program, there's the Professional Qualification program, specifically ICAG Level 1. I repeat, Level 1, full scholarship for the Level 1 program. And this is to all our alumni. Is that clear? So in order to do this, apart from this scholarship for your relatives, we are also going to offer you discounts on our various training programs. Okay, so it's very important that you take note of that. Some of our training programs that we offer, we will be giving you some discounts on our training program so that you can benefit being part of our alumni network. So to do that, it's very important to announce this, that we need your database. We have your data. Some of you or all of you are on our various WhatsApp platforms. We have about 6 platforms for our alumni. And all these platforms put together, we have about close to almost about 3,500 contacts on our alumni platforms. But we want to make it in such a way that we have your details, we can easily reach out to you, assign you with various benefits, as well as communicate with you more. So preferably, we want to begin a registration process for our alumni so that we can make it official, not just you being part of a WhatsApp platform, but having you registered officially as an alumni. And obviously, the key requirement is that you've been through our institution, any of our training programs, be it the ICH, the CIT, the CIMA, any of our training program. Once you've been part of us and have gone through our training programs, exactly, you are obviously an alumni, and we will admit you as such so that you can enjoy all the benefits we have for you. So it's very important, and we are going to begin that in the coming week, where we can, as much as possible, collect data on our various alumni so that we can reach out to you and do it well. Exactly. So 2025, that's one of the key agenda, making sure we update our alumni database. We have your contacts, but we want to make sure that we relate with you more by having you to update. So we'll share a Google form on our various pages. And once we do that, I would encourage you to complete it so that we can get your relevant information to help us. So that is for the first agenda. Then the second thing is that we've been planning to have what we call an alumni get-together. It's been something on the radar. We've been trying to see if we could do that, but we've not been able to do it. But we want to see if we can find a way to connect among ourselves. And there's something that came up when the team was discussing this. And the idea is that instead of just having a networking or a banqueting meeting for us to just drink and enjoy ourselves, why don't we rather make it a beneficial program where we could train ourselves also, or even give ourselves something that is worthy of impact. So for the first time this year, we'll have our first networking meeting, which would also include an important conference or fair specifically on entrepreneurship and job. Exactly. You get the problem of students or qualified accountants not getting jobs. We want to solve that problem. Exactly. And we want people to also be empowered with entrepreneurship skills to take advantage of various opportunities that they find around themselves. So we'll be bringing somebody to help you to begin your own consultancy, equip you with relevant skills to begin your own accountancy consultancy service. Exactly. So that is going to be a special program where anyone that comes to that program will be given the opportunity to learn how to begin your own accountancy services. Exactly. Among that, there will be other entrepreneurial opportunities also that will be shared. And apart from that, there will be a job fair where we will equip you on how to apply for jobs, improve your CVs, look out for job opportunities. There will be people speaking on that area. So it's not just going to be a meeting where we just have a drink. No, we want to make it beneficial. Exactly. So specifically, we are looking at March. So hopefully communication will come to that effect. We'll actually do a virtual launch before we do the official program in March, where we have it in person. And obviously, it will be in Accra and not at a prime hotel, which we'll be announcing when we launch the program. So basically, that is it for our alumni networking program, which will be an entrepreneurship and job fair. So don't miss it. It's going to happen very, very soon. And I will want your indulgence to take you through our executive training program. Now, over the past few years, if I should say years, we've been doing a lot of executive training, building capacities, not just for our students, but as well as our various corporate institutions. We've done that for several institutions, and we want you alumni to also be aware of what we are doing. So we have actually sharing with you our executive training program for the year 2025. It's a comprehensive guide that share with you our training programs, not for individuals, but for corporate entities. So if you are working for an organization that requires training, we are ready to do that. We've done it for several organizations, and we'll be glad to do the same for your organization. So if your entity wants a training program for your staff or yourself or your finance department, is that okay? Just reach out to us. We would be ready to provide that service. So this is the flyer, or this is the program outline. So in there, you see us offering training for various institutions. These was trainings we've done for various corporate institutions, exactly. And some of them have been shared over here. Now, the training programs are divided into various aspects. We have the accountancy and finance training program, and that is made up of a lot of programs like financial modeling, which you already know we are into. We do that for our students, but we also provide that for various corporate institutions. We also have the ability to offer training in varied areas like treasury and working capital management, is that okay? Practical accounting proficiency, which you all know we already do that. Practical budgeting and budgetary control, inventory management, we do that. Fixed asset management courses, IFRS competencies, corporate finance strategy, project finance and accounting. We also do sustainability training, which is what is actually in vogue now. And then also, yes, why not? We train also people who are not so much accountants, but want to have accounting skills. So we provide that also, accounting and finance for corporate executives. We do that also. So that is for our finance and accounting training program. Beside this also, we provide strategy and business leadership training. We do that also. Some of you may not be aware, but we do that on the quiet. We've been training various organizations, teams, leading them into the year, corporate training where we can invigorate your team and ensure productivity. Essential for effective strategy planning, essential for building a credible business plan. We do that. Effective performance appraisal. We do that. Developing business models for evolving ecosystems, where you have a board, a corporate board, and you want us to train them on how they could be effective and offer oversight over management. Why not? We can do that. Corporate governance and leadership training, why not? We can also help your team to have skills to manage change. We also do that. Then also compliance and risk management training. We also offer that. Is that okay? For corporate organization, if your compliance team or your risk team requires capacity building, you can call us to do that for you. So we offer risk-based internal auditing training, enterprise risk management, IT and system auditing, cybersecurity management training, business continuity management system training. We offer forensic and fraud investigation, as well as advanced anti-money laundering training. Exactly. All these are training for your compliance team. Exactly. We also offer, so like you see with some of our corporate institutions and their staff there, we also offer employee productivity training program. Now, this training program is to ensure that your employees are better equipped to help your businesses offer value. Exactly. So like, for example, you have a customer service team, you want us to train them, why not? You have a team who helps in putting together meetings and all of that, and you want us to help them and ensuring they are able to do proper reporting whenever there are meetings and all of that. Why not? We can do that. Then if you have supervisors who you want us to equip them for you, just reach us. Emotional intelligence, very important in the world we are now. If you want your team to just not be people who are not aligned with your business, but are able to make decisions considering having the ability to have certain essential skills that people don't take for granted in serious businesses. Reach out to us. Office management practices, business ethics and professional conduct training, strategic thinking and analysis, why not? Administrative skills for managers, effective presentation with MS PowerPoint, you can reach us on that. And then also digital skills at the workplace for your employees. Why not? We can do that for you. So these are employee productivity training programs. If you reach out to us, we can help your corporate entity. For those in the public sector, you're not left out. You can reach out to us. We can help you with solid training on PFM, public financial management. We also provide training on project monitoring and effective evaluation in the public sector. Procurement, solid area where we can guide you on all the footprints regarding procurement in the public sector. Is that okay? Risk-based auditing in the public sector. For those of you in the internal auditing in the public sector, you could reach out to us to help you get you equipped with all the skills regarding risk-based auditing. Then IPSAS, which is very major now. If you want proficiency in that area, why not reach out to us? We can help your organizations improve. Then we could also look at public sector performance management models, right? We have some training in that area where we could equip you to measure performance in the public sector. So these and other training programs we offer, and per what we do, most of these training programs, you could accredit yourself with ICA. For example, now that we've begun the year, you can update your CPD exactly with your score to get yourself up to date regarding your CPD so that you can obviously renew your membership. Is that clear? So that is how essential some of these training are. Is that okay? So like we see with various clients, we also have a corporate office as well as a training facility. If you reach out to us, why not? We can engage you to come over to our office as well as our training facility if you so wish. We can also do it on site, wherever you locate your offices, why not? Or if you want us to set up at a corporate training center at any of the prime hotels, why not? We can do that for you. So this is our program, and I hope our alumni will be very interested in seeing us helping your organizations to become better. Exactly. So that is our training program, our corporate training program for 2025. This is not individual, I emphasize, it's for corporate organizations. We've been doing this over the years. We want to make it better. Exactly. We have various clientele of corporate institutions that we offer training for, but we want to make it better. We want to reach out to more organizations. And we know you as alumni, having trust in what we do can help us to go far. And we are trusting you to help us in that. Why not? You can reach out and the team will help to do that for you. Exactly. So that is it for our executive training program. Is that okay? Good. So sorry, we missed you slightly with an internet challenge. Yeah, so this is our training program for 2025. If you want us to share with you some of these brochures or details for you to share with your corporate organizations, why not? You can request and we will definitely reach out to you. So for the other training programs, I want us to, I was going to discuss social media before I went up briefly, but before I go on to the social media, you are all aware we offer SEMA programs as we allow you to help yourself to acquire the SEMA Global Qualification, as you are aware. And we train students who wants to immediately become members of SEMA just by writing the SEMA strategic case study. Now, let me notify you that the package that we have for you registering and joining SEMA as a student member, that package is still valid. So I recommend that you quickly take advantage before it expires. Under normal circumstances, it should have expired at the beginning of the year, but it's still valid and still running. So for those who haven't yet registered, please take note of that. The SEMA program is still running. You can register immediately and have your student membership. And then from the month of February also, we'll be running our CIA program. Is that okay? So for those who want to be chartered internal auditors, hopefully from the month of February, we'll be having some, what do you call it? We'll be having some introduction of our CIA program, because one exciting news is that, like we have for the SEMA program, if you are an ICA member, you can register and write the challenge exam. Is that okay? And become a CI, a certified internal auditor. So this is good news for Ghana. And we are encouraging everybody, is that okay, to register for the CIA program. This was supposed to be, the application span was between April to September 2024 last year. And we are actually working to help those who want to register going into 2025. So we'll be providing you updates on that, and then we can make progress. So please just keep yourself on the alert. You will hear from us on the CIA program very soon. So for social media, as I said, we want you to help us to grow our social media pages as alumni. One of the things we'll be doing this year is to have some videos on you, those of you who have qualified, to share your story exactly with people who may be needing those stories to motivate them. So alumni, if you are ready, we can do that. You can help us to do that. Share your story of how you qualified as a chartered accountant, a brief story, so as to motivate somebody. We will give you the opportunity to do that. Then we'll also be celebrating various alumni every month. Starting from February, we'll be celebrating an alumni every month. So if you are somebody who you think we should celebrate you, why not? Every month we'll celebrate an alumni. Is that okay? And then also we'll have our various webinar, which we normally do every year. So get ready. We have some exciting topics that we are going to have to be discussed this year when it comes to our alumni webinar. So those are the things. I think it's exactly 30 minutes. I've been discussing all my interesting package with you. But at this point, I would want to change the meeting into an open forum. So if you have any questions you want to ask, why not? You can raise your hand and I will allow you to put it across, right? So if you have any question, just raise up your hand and I will allow you to speak. If you cannot ask directly, why not? You can also share it in the Q&A box. Is that clear? But whilst at that, we want to congratulate all our new SEMA alumni. We had about 12 students who qualified on our SEMA program in the JUST exam. The result was released this Thursday, and we had 12 of our alumni qualifying as SEMA members, and we are so glad to share that. Exactly. Very soon, we will share some information on that for you to see our newly qualified CGMA members, exactly, CIMA, CGMA, those who just qualified, will be sharing their flyer for you to see those who have achieved that feat. Exactly. Great. Fuseni, any question?
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, Fuseni.
Sir, I want to know much about this CIA challenge exam. Is it one paper just like CIMA strategic case study
Yes,
paper, or it is
yes, please. So you just write a single paper. Is that okay to qualify? It's called a CIA challenge exam. Is that okay? It's called a CIA challenge exam. And it's like the CIMA exam is strictly online. It's a computer-based exam. You just apply and write it. I think the financial details, we have shared it on the WhatsApp page. If you are on the CIA inquiry page, we've shared the financial details there. So you can obtain that. Is that okay? But it's around, I think the commitment is almost around 1,000. I'm not very sure, but I'll have to confirm, but it's around $1,500. Is that okay? For you to get your full exemption to write the CIA exam, exactly, which once you've passed that exam, automatically you are a chartered internal auditor. So are you on the CIA inquiry page?
Not yet. I've not yet joined.
Your voice is far away. Are you there?
I'm there. I'm there. I'm saying that I've not yet joined that page.
Very good. So we'll share more insight on that page so that you can get all the relevant updates. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Any other feedback for us? Any other questions? Feedback? Some of you have to talk. It's been a while I heard your voice. It's been a while I heard your voice. So somebody says, Ellie, some of us are here still writing CA. Can some of our alumni show us the way? That is what we are going to do. Because as I said, this year, I want some of our alumni to share their story on how they were able to pass. So if you want to share your story, just contact me. I will get you my production team and they will meet you at your comfort of your office or wherever you want us to do the production. Is that okay? And they will do the production for you. Nice video to tell us how you were able to qualify as a chartered accountant. Share your story, just 2-3 minutes. Tell us how you did it so that we can motivate some of us who are still writing the exam. Exactly. It's going to be useful to motivate your colleagues if you can share your story. Exactly. So for somebody who have not yet joined the CIA page, we'll share the link on all the pages for you to join the CIA page. For those of you who want to write a CIA challenge exam, as I said, there will be a webinar in February for that. And then from then on, we start our tuition for the CIA program. So let's all take note of that. So for those of you who want our training program also, specifically our, what's the name? Our executive training program for corporate institutions, both public, private institutions and public institutions. We'll share the brochure on the pages. You can pick it up and go through them. Is that okay? So that if you want us to train your staff, your team, your department, we are ready to do that. Is that clear? Good. So keep putting your questions in the Q&A box. If somebody wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand and I'll be glad to bring you in to ask your question. If you want to ask, just raise up your hand and I will allow you to do that. So we have Christopher. Christopher, you can ask your question. Where is Christopher? Christopher, can you raise up your hand again for me? So that I can allow you to unmute yourself. Okay, so Chris, go ahead, your question.
Yeah, good evening, Ellie and everyone.
Good evening. Yes.
Right. So I just wanted to find out in terms of the testimonies, is it limited to the CA program? Because we also have testimonies for the CIMA program. For instance, I cannot overemphasize how ASPA has been of tremendous support in helping me pass these exams, because I actually registered in October with no prior preparation. And I had my CA about 10 years ago. So, and
Okay.
in fact, I wasn't really sure given the time space, but I think that joining ASPA was the best decision I could ever make in terms of my preparation towards the exams. And so
Okay.
I just wanted to find out if the testimonies is
Yeah,
limited
so
to just
it's
the
not
CA.
limited. It's not limited to only the ICA program. You know, normally when we are doing graduation for ICA, we sometimes do the production of videos for people who want to share their story. We also do the same
Okay.
for CIT. Exactly. But if you want us to do it for CIMA, all the other programs, why not? As I said, looking at what we are going to do now, the team can come to your office. We are able to get the team
Right.
to come to your office, share the video, share your story, and it will be on LinkedIn, all the various pages that are professional pages, so that people can hear your story. And it can also promote you personally. Exactly. Because sometimes people don't know you to be having certain qualifications, but when you speak about it, people can be motivated and people can be impacted. Exactly. So it's across all our programs. Exactly. Thank you, Christopher,
Okay.
for the nice feedback. Great. So somebody said, if people are interested in the CIA exam power. So please, he said, the CIA tuition towards the challenge and the normal level 3 exams. Exactly. So we are going to run the tuition for the CIA challenge exam. So the strategy is to prepare you to write the challenge exam. Exactly. So take note of that. We'll assist you in that regard. So somebody said, what is the process for exemption and payment for CIA? So don't worry. As I said, hopefully first week in February, we'll run a webinar for the CIA and get everybody who is interested to get clarity on all aspects and help you register. Then Isaac said, kindly highlight the CIMA, PER process after approval and the subsequent membership renewal process. So what I'll do is that, yes, very soon we'll have another webinar for you, those of you who qualified just recently. I know Isaac has just qualified for CIMA. Exactly. They are part of those who qualified in the November exam. And I'm so glad to also announce that my own brother, Derek is also now a CGMA. He wrote the November exam with just 1 week preparation. Can you imagine? You
Yeah.
know, that's so nice. 1 week preparation. You know, he's in the UK, he works with Deloitte as a manager. And I told him he has to write a November exam by force. And I got him to join the class. And within 1 week preparation, he was able to pass the November CGMA exam. So he's part of those who qualified. Quite interesting, right? So that is it. So we are doing some wonderful work here. Right. So somebody said, please, this year I need you more than before. I want to update myself. Thank you for the inspiration. So this year, if you really, really want to help yourself, you join us in March, because in March, we are going to do an entrepreneurship and job fair. We just don't want a network, alumni network, people coming together to just eat and drink. Please, this will be beneficial. There will be entrepreneurship fair, and the entrepreneurship fair, part of it will be focusing on how to build your own consultancy service as an accountant. How do you build your own consultancy service as an accountant from scratch? That is something that you should not miss at all. Is that okay? Then for those of you who are working in corporate organizations that want to position yourself to move up the corporate ladder, why not? We'll have a presentation on that also, so that you can upskill your current position. So there's so much will be happening in our entrepreneurship and job fair. Very soon we'll do a virtual launch before we do the in-person meeting, which is scheduled to happen in March. So very soon I'll be worrying you. You'll see me having to hammer you in the next few weeks. Okay, great. So if you have questions, why not? You can raise your hand as we round up with today's meeting. It's an open forum, so I'm expecting you to be the one doing most of the talking. Right, Eddie, any question for me? And Eddie, congratulations for your CGMA, right? I know you are also part of those who just qualified.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
I'm sure
thank
you are
you.
ready to share with your colleagues.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Also have a testimony, right?
Yes, I'm ever ready, sir. Actually, I just heard you mention somebody is in the UK working with Deloitte. As
Yes,
an
that's
alumni,
my
I think,
brother.
yes, I think as part of the networking,
Okay.
I know you are aware I'm also in the UK studying, and it will
Yes.
be a big thing for me if I'm able to connect with such a person looking
Why not?
for.
That's my junior brother. That's
Oh,
my
okay,
junior brother.
okay,
That's
okay,
Derek.
all
So
right,
I can get you to meet him. He's in
all
the
right,
UK.
sure,
He's
sure.
just in France recently at Deloitte Academy for training. He's back
Okay,
in the UK. So
okay,
don't worry, I can link you up with him.
all
Is
right,
that
thank
okay?
you, thank you,
It
thank
shouldn't be
you,
a
sir.
at all. Good, good, good.
And
And I know some of you are. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, I wanted to find out, are there programs for individual CPD improvement? You know, you've just talked about the corporate programs. If you
Yes.
want to be updating your CPDs with ICAG and then CGMA, are there programs that we can take as individuals from Aspire
Yes.
to update ourselves on
Yes,
that?
yes, 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 yes. You know, for some of our training programs, the ones we do for the corporate institutions, we do it for individuals, but that is on demand basis. Sometimes we run it as a monthly training, depending on the numbers, then we run it as a team. Exactly. So even though they are meant for corporate institutions, we also run it on individual basis because for corporate institutions, they have the numbers. So they bring us over, train this staff, they train this. So, but if it's on individual basis, sometimes the challenge is the numbers. Maybe you are running a program, you have only 3 people, which is not the best. But if the demand comes, we have the numbers, we put it together and run it. Exactly. So we'll be giving those updates. Exactly. We'll be giving those updates on our various pages. So just be on the lookout. Okay.
All right.
So
Thank you,
Eddie, you
sir.
can chat me. I'll share Derek's number with you. Is that
All right,
okay?
sir.
So that
All
you
right,
can
sir.
link up.
Thank you.
He's
All
part
right.
of your people, you guys who just qualified.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you, my brother. Then we have another person who wants to ask a question. Who am I
Good
speaking to?
Dr. Emmanuel.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ellie. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Ellie, please, I would say congratulations on how far you are going with Aspire Consultancy. And then I'm very happy about the lunch and the meet and greet you want to do because some of us were privileged to sit in class with the big men, and it has helped us move a little faster after graduation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if now everything is virtual and then you're planning to connect us again to meet and greet and make the connections happen, I think it's a very, very great step, and I can't wait to see that day. Thank you.
Definitely. So we'll have a meeting. That will be a lovely one. Is that okay? We'll do it, as I said, in Accra for now. Maybe one day we'll go to Kumasi and the rest. But it's not just about eating and drinking. As I emphasize, we want it to be beneficial so that it can leave a lasting impact. And one of the things I want to do this year is to encourage some of our colleagues, or even not everybody, to start something in the area of consultancy. Exactly. So I want you to have that capacity, being able to start something on your own. Exactly. For most of us who are accountants, we have the skills. We are working in corporate organizations, but being able to monetize that skill, putting it into consultancy, that is the edge most of us are lacking. And I want to see how best we can do that for most of us. If you come in for that particular networking program, I can assure you, you will leave with this impact. Is that clear? So it's not just to come and eat and drink. We'll have some training in addition also. And I'll be glad if most of you can attend, and I'm sure you will love it. Is that clear? So somebody say, will you be running the 3-part CIA for those who would like to still do the 3-part despite the one time? It will all depend. It will all depend because why not? There are some of the knowledge that if you are able to go through the 3-part, you can obtain before writing the challenge exam. Because as I am aware, as you are also saying, there is a new global standard for internal auditors, and I'm sure some of those issues will come up in the final exam. So why not? That's why I'm saying that for the CIA, we want to take our time carefully before we roll out, because we don't want to make any mistakes. So that's why I said, give us by first week in February, there will be a special webinar so that we can unveil the package for you. We did the same for CM or CIMA. With CIMA, we are the only, to be frank, the only tuition provider now in Ghana successfully qualifying Ghanaians for this whole CIMA whole thing. Exactly. And I can tell you, it's because we took our time, got to understand what the demands are, and we took it, and we are very much delivering on it. So trust us with the CIA also. We don't just want to rush in and have any regrets. We want to make it and do it well so that the outcomes will be good. For you to go and pay that amount of dollars and we will not be able to deliver, no, I don't want to do that. So trust us, we'll surely do that. So by first week in February, we'll roll out that particular program. Exactly. So just be on the lookout. I'll update all the pages for you to follow through. Exactly. So if there's anybody else who wants to ask a question, do so. If not, I'll give an overview and then we can shut down. So I have another person. Is it Adipa? Adipa, good. If you have any question, why not? Let me give you.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Okay. So I don't have any accounting background, but I think it's a passion of mine. I've been pushing it back for a while, for like 5 years, but I decided to jump into it, the CA. I'm done with the level 1 though.
Okay.
I'm at level 2. But because I don't have any accounting background, I find it difficult understanding some of the terms. I'm just
So
wondering
the first audio seems not too strong.
I said I'm
Isaac,
at
are you able to hear her? It seems I'm not hearing.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, so come again. I think your internet
Yes.
was not stable.
I
Go
said
ahead.
I don't have any accounting background.
Yes, please.
Yes, but I'm trying the CA. I'm done with the level 1. I'm at the level 2.
Okay.
I'm asking, do you have programs to encourage us who don't have the accounting background to, I don't know, to get more equipped with some of these basic standards of accounting so that we don't feel so left behind when we are jumping into the classes? Or if we
yes,
can
why
have
not?
any sort of mentees or extra stuff to get us equipped so that we can be of standard with all those who had their accounting backgrounds. That's what I wanted to.
Yeah, so it's good feedback. You know, sometimes for the sake of exemption, people are rolled into these professional programs, and then it's like they are lost in the ocean. But we do that. Sometimes we do the only challenge is that we haven't done it on an individual basis. We normally have an open forum. Anytime we're about to launch our tuition program, we do that. Exactly. But it's a good feedback. We'll consider that to see how best we can carry along those who don't have accounting background, maybe organize some short programs that can help them, especially on the standards, exactly, so that they can be able to go through the program and go through well. So Adipa, thank you for the feedback. And I hope you are hearing. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. And also, when would I be taken serious? Because I've not started like work with it. Should I finish the level 2 or should I like halfway through it try to get a job, accountancy based job, and then
I think
try working
your
with it?
network is not very.
Hello.
Your network seems to be very unstable. Is that okay? So
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better now. Go ahead.
Okay. I was asking, when will I be taken serious? Should I finish with my level 2, enter level 3, or finish the whole thing before I start looking for a job with it? Or working whilst doing the exam will help me get experience?
You must start immediately. Is that okay? You must start immediately, because you must make sure that you don't wait to qualify before you gain the experience.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right? So, like I was saying, recently one alumni reached out and wanted a student from our ICA program to be engaged. Is that okay? So why not? So make sure that you don't wait to finish the program before you look for a job. Is that clear? Start early, and I can tell you you'll get something. Exactly. So somebody said, thank you for the great opportunity and exposure so far. As I indicated the last time, my current job does not give me the opportunity to practice, and I'm pleading with your outfit to assist me get in touch with some institutions in practice. Is that okay? Yeah. So it's so important. Our job fair would be able to cater for some of these issues. Is that okay? Our job and entrepreneurship fair would surely take care of this. So if you're an alumni who wants to go into consultancy, get opportunity to work with any of the practice firms, is that okay? Please kindly come in. Is that okay? We would be glad to have you. Exactly. We are bringing in people who will help to give you an insight into the profession and guide you to climb up the ladder. Trust us to deliver on that. Exactly. So somebody said, I just qualified. I would like to know how much it will cost me to start CIT. Is that CIT has revised their fees now. So if you are on our alumni page, I'll share that with you. You can chat me privately and I'll share with you the latest from CIT. But let me see if I can quickly round up on what we have discussed, especially for those who will be just joining us. So as I indicated, we have an executive training program for corporate institutions. So if your company wants a training program, please don't be shy to reach out to us. We have a tailored program for corporate institutions. We've done it for many corporate institutions, and we are willing to help your organizations to have good training. So we have training in accounting and finance, a lot of them. We have training in strategy and leadership. We do that. Training in compliance. We do that. And also we have training programs for employee productivity. We offer that training. We also offer training programs specifically for the public sector. Exactly. And for some of these trainings, you can use it to obtain your CPD with most of the professional qualifications. Exactly. And as I emphasize, we now have a training or corporate office and training facility. Is that okay? We have a corporate office and training facility in Accra here. If you want to come to our premises to have the training, don't worry. You can call us. We arrange that. You can come over for training in our premises. Is that clear? So that is how far we've come, and we are glad to God for bringing us this far. So for us, we are going to do a special alumni program, as I indicated this year, and it will be a networking program. But in addition to the networking program, we shall have a training program on job and entrepreneurship, specifically for accountants. Exactly. So don't miss out on that program. We've also spoken about our CIA program. And the CIA program, as I said, we'll have it launch of that in February. So be on the lookout for that. For the CIMA also, we congratulate all our alumni who just qualified just last week, Thursday, when the result was released. We are so glad we had about 12 of our students who have qualified with the CGMA qualification. We are so glad for that. And our special mention is my own junior brother, Derek Yavuga is now a CGMA member. So grateful to God for that. So if you are interested in our programs, we are so delighted to help. Exactly. So that is it. And as I said, we are going to update our alumni database. And the reason for that is because we want to offer scholarships to people who are connected to you. Exactly. So your relatives who will want to start the ICA program, there's a scholarship for free to join us for the level 1 program, full scholarship. So if you register with our alumni network, that can give you that benefit. And beyond that, as I said, we'll be offering discounts if you join our professional or training programs. And it will be very important you register for our alumni network platform, which is something we want to do and do it well. Exactly. And as I said, for alumni who wants to help us with our social media content, we have opened the floodgate. If you have a story to share on how your journey was when you qualify as a chartered accountant, qualified as a tax CIT, CIMA, we are willing to come to your premises and produce that video where we could share it and people can hear your story and be motivated on how you were able to do it. So these are all initiatives that we are encouraging. We're also going to start what we call an alumni of the month. So there will be an alumni that we are going to celebrate for the entire month. We'll talk about where he works, what his background is, for everybody to be aware of that. If you want us to celebrate you on your birthday also, let us know. We'll do a flyer to celebrate you on your birthday. These are all things we do to make sure that we are part of you and we share in your successes. Exactly. We want to see if an alumni is having a new appointment somewhere, we want to celebrate you. Maybe an ASPA alumni is now the new finance minister. We want to celebrate you. Is that okay? So let us enjoy the network because we can grow when we are together. And I'm so glad to have all of you. Hajia, any question before I close? Hajia, any question before we close? Good. I think Hajia has no question.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir, and good evening to everybody.
Okay, Hajia's network is not stable. Hajia, your network is not stable. Okay, so I think we'll close on this note. I don't want us to go beyond 7:30 because it's an hour. So Hajia, is your network stable now? Hajia's network is not stable. Not stable at all. Okay, so thank you all
Sir.
for
No.
Hajia, your net is not good at all.
Okay, thank you.
So let's talk after the session. You can call me while
All right, thank you, sir.
just
Okay,
call.
thank you.
I'll
Okay.
reach. Okay. So colleagues, thank you so much for this meeting. I'm glad to have you all. And thank you for being part of the Aspire alumni community. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.